The Lagos State 2026 Ministerial Press Briefing finally came to an end on the 1st of June 2026 at the Bagalto Press Center in Alausa, Ikeja, Lagos. After more than 2 weeks of intensive marathon presentations of achievements of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu-led administration by various honorable commissioners and special advisors to the governor in commemoration of Mr. Governor's outstanding, remarkable, memorable 7 years in office. The last batch of presentations were made by the Honorable Commissioner for Housing, Honorable Moruf Akindero Fatai, Honorable Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy Affairs and Rural Development, Bolaji Kayode Robert, Honorable Commissioner for Fiscal Planning and Urban Development, Dr. Oluyinka Abiodun Olumide, Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Bolaji Cecilia Dada, Special Advisor to Mr. Governor on Works, Dr. Adekunle Olayinka, and finally, the Special Advisor to Mr. Governor on Infrastructure, Engineer Olufemi Olabumi Daramola. Their individual briefing was expository and quite revealing. Now, let's bring you their presentations.
4,414 units of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms homes, while public-private partnerships across the housing sector provided additional 6,209 homes for allotees. Therefore, this administration has increased the state housing stock with a total number of 10,623 homes units in the last 7 years. Egongodo Mixed Housing Scheme 2 and 3, with a total of 576 units in Egondo Ikotun local government development area, is undergoing construction with projection for completion before the second quarter of 2026. Lagos Homes of Otedola Phase 2 consists of 528 housing units and is projected to be completed by the third quarter of year 2026. Epe Housing School Mitamarun in Epe local government is also projected to produce 112 housing units by the fourth quarter of year 2026. Lagos Homes Ibeshe Phase 2 with 192 units in Igbogbo Bayeku LCDA is proposed to be completed by the third quarter of year 2026. Workers Village Ipaja with 176 units of 2-bedroom flat in Alimosho local government. At completion, the administration of Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu will have delivered a total of 14,222 home units to Lagosians. In the same vein, the ministry has ordered ongoing housing schemes through various joint venture arrangements across the state. Some of them are construction of 325 mixed-type housing units in Ibeshe Ikorodu, cumulative of 455 units across 4 different sites within Abraham Adesanya Housing Estate. Construction of 80 units of housing apartments in Command Ipaja. Construction of 472 residential and commercial luxury units in Ilubirin. Construction of 144 units of 2-bed in Lamoye, Isolo. In the period under review, Mr. Governor granted approval for 2 new joint ventures housing projects as follows. Construction of 202 units of 1 to 3 bedroom apartment with 4-bedroom duplexes in Abraham Adesanya Housing Estate. Construction of 114 luxury units of 2-bedroom apartments with 4 and 5-bedroom complexes in Orange Island, Etiosa. Upon completion, the delivery of the above listed joint venture accordingly, another 3,791 home units will be added to the state housing stock. Activities of the LSDPC, Lagos State Development Property Corporation, in the last 7 years, they have completed 12 housing units and delivered a total of 1,190 home units. Presently, the corporation has 29 ongoing projects at various locations, and this project are expected to produce a total of 3,149 home units in addition to the housing stock in the state. Activities of Lagos Mortgage Board. Lagos State Mortgage Board has assisted in creating values and comfort for over 20,000 residents in Lagos State. The third edition of the exit ceremony of 110 Mogregor was held on the 2nd of July 2025. The Lagos State Mortgage Board presently has 2,207 pending applications for home unit allocation within various schemes. The Lagos State Government Estate Sustainability and Facility Management. The Ministry of Housing provided modern infrastructures such as roads, car park, drainage, walkways, retaining walls, fences, sewage treatment plant, water supply treatment, and external electrification at various Lagos State Government housing schemes. The facility management structure put in place across the Lagos State Government estate has so far generated about 888 direct and indirect jobs for facility handlers, cleaners, security guards, and other artisans who are daily engaged to take care of the estate. Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority, LASRERA. The authority has intensified efforts towards improving compliance, strengthening enforcement through the following. The agency collaborated with chairmen of Community Development Association, the Community Development Committees, including traditional rulers, to organize stakeholders forums across 57 local government and local council development areas, aimed to reduce the rising cost of housing transactions, sanitize the built industry, promote professionalism in advancing sustainable growth within the real estate sector in Lagos State. The collaboration included a forum with associations like Redan, association and professional bodies like Redan, NAIS, and ECAN. The stakeholder forum serves as a strategic platform of engaging key players across the real estate value chain on issues affecting the sector, which include upward review of amount payable by tenants to estate agents. The agency insisted that 10% estate agency fee must be adhered to on all housing transactions within the state. The event was held in 2025 in Alausa, Ikeja. The program aligned with Lagos State government vision to build a transparent, efficient, and globally competitive ecosystem. The launch of Surulere Satellite Office serves as additional service point to support the regulation service operation, improve public engagement, and ensure efficiency in the real estate sector. The agency has also established 3 satellite offices at Agege, Ojodu, and Igbogbo-Bayeko, Ikorodu, and this is aimed at bringing regulatory services closer to the people and improving accessibility across parts of the states.
The Lagos State government, under the administration of Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, has continued to bring governance closer to the people across the state through various programs and projects in line with the Team Plus agenda of the second term. Within the period under review, the achievement and program of the ministry are as follows. Regular regulatory meeting with the chairman of the 57 local council and LCDA, including the monthly joint account allocation committee meeting, JAC, to ensure prudent allocation and management of funds for grassroots development. Resolution of 48 petitions and complaints relating to the activities of local government and LCDAs in line with the security and governance pillar of the Team Plus agenda of Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. Continuous monitoring and collation of monthly peace and security meeting report across all councils to sustain peace and communal harmony. Facilitation of approval for local government capital project above 35 million, including physical planning approval and construction waivers to enhance due process and regulatory compliance. Successful organization of the swearing-in ceremony for elected chairman and vice chairman of the 57 local government 57 local government and their LCDA. Coordinations of onboarding retreat and orientation programs for newly elected chairmen, vice chairmen, and councillors to strengthen administrative capacity and service delivery. Facilitation of local and international capacity building programs for elected and appointed political office holders across the council. Issuance of 36 circular to regular activities and enhance policy compliance, accountability, and uniformity across local government and LCDA. Presentation of 338 insurance claims to beneficiaries of the deceased superb and local government staff in the state since the inception of the administration of Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu. Grant of provisional approval to approximate 35 churches to conduct marriages in accordance with the extant law and regulations. This intervention further reflects the ministry commitment to the effective local governance, institutional efficiency, public accountability, and improved service delivery at the grassroots level across Lagos State. Under the local government monitoring department, conducted monitoring and inspection visit to all local government and local council development area across the state to assess project, programs, and activities implemented in compliance with established rules, procedures, and approval guidelines. As part of its oversight responsibilities, the department also carried out scheduled monitoring visits to market across the 20 local government and LCDA between 3rd October and 27th November 2025, with emphasis on market sanitation and cleanliness, sensitization on Lassa fever, and public awareness on abstract prevention. In addition, the department successfully treated 22 petitions involving individuals, corporate organizations, local government, and traditional institutions within the state, thereby contributing to effective dispute resolution and improved administrative coordination. Chieftaincy Affairs Department. The state government organized a 3-day retreat for all recognized Oba in Lagos State at Sheraton Lagos Hotel. The retreat served as strategic platform for engagement with traditional rulers and has contributed significantly to peaceful coexistence, communal stability, and social economic development across communities in the state. In addition, the administrative sustained welfare support initiative for traditional rulers through distribution of yearly tithe package and provisions of bulk food supplies to support their well-being and strengthen their roles in community development and conflict resolution. During the period under review, 4 Obas were successfully installed across the state. The installed traditional rulers include His Royal Majesty Oba Surakat Noah Olayiwola, Oba of Idimu, His Royal Majesty Oba Toyin Obashola Adewusi Tayo, Oba of Amuwo Odofin, His Royal Majesty Oba Abu Muritala Olukayode Disu, Oba of Ekunpa, and His Royal Majesty Oba Saheed Adefarasi Azan Alajede of Ijede. Furthermore, the ministry sustained regular engagement with royal fathers through the quarterly meeting of the Lagos State Councils of Obas and Chiefs. This meeting continued to serve as platform for sensitizing traditional rulers on government policies, programs, and developmental initiatives, while also strengthening collaboration between traditional institutions and state government for effective grassroots governance and community development.
I'm proud to state that the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development has made significant strides in promoting a more sustainable, organized, habitable, and business-friendly Lagos. This briefing will highlight key achievements in the area of planning permits coverage, physical development plans, special committee on restoration of abandoned and reclaimed properties, an initiative relating to informal space, petition management, as well as activities of the Physical Planning and Building Control Appeals Committee that was recently inaugurated by our dear governor. This includes stakeholders' collaboration, the setback common areas, roadside administration management project, which is referred to as CRAM initiative, amnesty program, public sensitization campaigns, alliance building, and several other strategic interventions that have strengthened the ministry's capacity to deliver on its mandate. Master plan, model city plans, and development guide plans. In line with the state government vision for achieving a globally competitive and sustainable megacity, the ministry sustained the preparation, implementation, and review of various physical development plans, including regional master plans, model city plans, action area plans, and development guide plans. These plans continue to serve as strategic framework for orderly urban growth, land use coordination, infrastructure development, transportation planning, environmental and sustainability, and urban regeneration across our dear states. In the last 1 year, the following model city plans and master plans have been completed. They are the Lagos Island Model City Plan, the Ibejuleki Model City Plan, and the revised Badagry Master Plan. The ministry continued to align its planning framework with the Lagos State Development Plan of 2022 to 2052, a 30-year plan, and its global best practices in urban planning to ensure efficient land use management, investment facilitation, and coordinated infrastructural development. Of course, not surprising is the Okwebi Link bridge that's just recently commissioned. As part of our effort to improve planning administration in exile villages and rapidly urbanizing communities, development guides plans were intensified to accommodate increasing urbanization while promoting orderly, resilient, and tourism-friendly settlement across our dear states. Several lower order plans were equally prepared. The 79th of such plan was recently approved. The ministry also sustained collaborative engagement with relevant stakeholders, consultants, development partners, professional bodies in the preparation and implementation of physical development plans aimed at ensuring inclusiveness and sustainability. Furthermore, the ministry received an advanced strategic planning collaboration, knowledge sharing initiatives, including the preparation of the Lagos Regional Strategic Master Plan 2052 roadmap, as prepared by Dal Henderson, as part of efforts to strengthen the long-term regional planning and sustainable urban development in Lagos State. The implementation of these plans, initiatives, is expected to further improve urban mobility. As you can see, the blue line is already on. Further expansion of it is also ongoing. The green line is also about commencing. All these are efforts in enhancing infrastructural coordination, reduce environmental degradation, and support socio-economic development across area states. The ministry also intensified efforts toward ensuring that all physical development activities conform with approved planning standards and global best practices in urban management. The ministry further prioritized data-driven planning approaches and integration of technology into the planning administration to support evidence-based decision-making, improve spatial coordination, and efficient land use management throughout the state. The Development Matters Department sustained the processing and monitoring of layout plans, application for private and public estate development across our states, in line with the statutory planning requirements and the state government developmental agenda. Within the period under review, a total of 205 estates were monitored for compliance with approved layout plans through routine monitoring exercises carried out by Office of the Physical Planning. Some time ago, if you recall, a list was published in national dailies of estates that were referred to as illegal. I may bold to say that majority of them have responded to regularize their outstanding details. The ministry also continued to facilitate the provision of right-of-way for strategic infrastructural projects across the state as part of efforts to support the transportation improvement, road expansion, urban regeneration program of the government. Some of these activities include the coastal road, which was done in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Work, and we are very happy with the steps taken by the Honorable Minister. Also, we were involved with the Lekki-Epe corridor, the right-of-way for the power line extension to Free Trade Zone. Also, on the Lekki-Epe corridor was the gas link provision that is already ongoing. The Okpebi Link Road, it's also part of the exercise executed by the ministry. The Green Line Corridor, also on the Lekki-Epe axis for Lamata, and the extension of the Blue Line to Okoko Corridor, also for Lamata. Through continuous monitoring and enforcement activity, the department contributed significantly towards reducing incidences of unregulated estate development and promoting safer, more organized, environmentally sustainable communities across Adia states. Technical Services Department continued to function as the professional and technical backbone of the ministry, providing multidisciplinary support services, including planners, architects, engineers, builders, surveyors, and allied professionals. The department undertook technical vetting of development proposal, preparation of tender and technical documents, enforcement and compliance operation, investigation and resolution of public petition, collaboration with relevant ministries, departments, and agencies on development projects and policy implementation. As part of the effort to ensure orderly development and strengthen public confidence in physical planning administration, the department intensified mediation and conflict resolution mechanism relating to development disputes and public complaint. A total of about 1,000 petitions were received, and about 400 petitions were successfully resolved through mediation, enforcement of compliance. 17 removed, while 52 were sealed. Pending cases under investigation is about over 500, representing about 48% resolution rate. Now, what will happen here is there are complaints that we receive on a daily basis, almost about 13 petitions every day on the average, where people will complain, somebody has blocked our drainage, somebody has blocked the road, the fence has been unnecessarily made high. So these are complaints that we look into and resolve. The department also continues to provide technical advisory services to agencies and stakeholders on physical planning matters, while supporting enforcement operations aimed at eliminating illegal and non-conforming development across the states.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the journey in the last 1 year has been one of purpose and measurable progress. Through strategic reforms, multi-sectoral collaborations, and community-based initiatives, the ministry has expanded access to social protection services, scaled up economic empowerment programs, intensified advocacy and response mechanisms against sexual and gender-based violence, as well as domestic violence, and strengthened institutional frameworks that support women, vulnerable groups, and people living with disability. In further alignment with the governor's inclusive vision, we have strengthened targeted interventions for women, young adults, particularly in skills acquisition, entrepreneurship development, and employability support. These initiatives are designed not only to reduce poverty, but also to break intergenerational cycles of vulnerability, ensuring long-term social economic stability for beneficiaries. We have also deepened partnerships with development agencies and civil society organizations, recognizing that sustainable development can only be achieved through collective efforts and shared responsibility. The Skills Acquisition Development Unit. At the center of this commitment are 19 skills acquisition centers spread across the 5 Ibile divisions of the state, alongside the Women Development Center in Agege. These tuition fee centers offer a wide range of vocational training designed to empower women and young adults. In the last 1 year, about 5,310 students have graduated from our skills acquisition centers. Importantly, through the Micro Enterprise Support Initiative, MESI, 70% of beneficiaries of that program are graduates who have been empowered with equipment, ensuring that the skills acquired translates into real business, financial independence, and sustainable livelihood. These are the pictures of the graduation ceremony of our skills acquisition centers. The center is expected to provide quality vocational training in diverse skill areas, thereby increasing opportunities for women, youths, and vulnerable residents to acquire employable and entrepreneurial skills. The establishment of the center further demonstrates the ministry's dedication to poverty alleviation, human capital development, and economic empowerment. In the same vein, the newly constructed Ibeshe Skill Acquisition Center has reached completion and is currently awaiting commissioning. The center was established to further decentralize vocational training opportunities and bring skills acquisition programs closer to residents at the grassroots level. Upon commencement of operations, the center will serve as an avenue for the empowerment of women, young adults, and other vulnerable groups through practical and market-driven vocational training programs that support financial independence and improve standards of living. As part of ongoing efforts to expand access to vocational and technical education across Lagos State, the K2 Skill Acquisition Center has been completed, also awaiting commissioning and commencement of operations. During the year in review, we have had placements of young moms into Lagos State vocational centers. In order to reduce poverty to a minimal level, the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, Adolescent Health Division, has freely admitted 15 underage pregnant teenage girls into 6 of its skills acquisition centers, namely Egbeda, Egon, Ibejuleki, Ikorodu 1, Ejigbo, and Surulere, to adequately cater for them and facilitate their integration into the society after birth. The skills acquisition centers are in 5 Ibile divisions of Lagos State. In Ikeja division, we have one in Agidingbi, another in Ayobo, we have in Egon, Egbeda, Ejigbo, Iba, Isheri, Koshofe, Mushi, and a WDC at Agege. In the Badagry division, we have in Badagry Central, we have in Ilashe. Ilashe is an island, is a riverine area, and we have in Shibiri. The following are the vocations available in the centers. We have our hairdressing and cosmetology, barbing, catering and hotel management, computer studies, textile design, shoemaking and leather works, photography, pottery, adult literacy, welding fabrication, aluminum fabrication, wood and furniture making, fashion design and dressmaking, bead and art making with craft, screen transfer printing technology, tile laying and pave lock making, vulcanizing, wheel balancing and alignment, refrigerator and air conditioner maintenance repair. Many of our graduates, rather than seeking white-collar jobs, have become entrepreneurs and employers of labor. In the last 1 year, over 200 students from WAPA Skills Acquisition Centers participated in the activities marking the celebration, where they showcased their creativity, vocational talents, and entrepreneurial potential, reflecting the ministry's dedication to self-building, self-reliance, and opportunities for vulnerable residents in Lagos State. It is always an opportunity for our students to show their creativity. The schools teach them the basics of all the skills, but it is through creativity and innovation that they are able to stand out even in the society after they have learned that skill. And that is why we encourage them to participate in the Creativity and Innovation Day. We also have the Poverty Alleviation Department in the ministry. And through this ministry, we have a program called the Micro Enterprise Support Initiative. In the last 1 year, 5,339 beneficiaries have been given tools and equipment to grow businesses, turning dreams into livelihoods and livelihoods into engines of Lagos's economic growth. Women, young adults, and men have been beneficiaries of this program and are drawn from across the 5 Ibile divisions of the state. Selected students from WAPA Skills Acquisition Centers are also part of the beneficiaries. You remember that I said earlier on that 70% of our students are beneficiaries of this program. The initiative was designed to equip beneficiaries with practical and income-generating skills that will promote self-reliance, economic stability, and social integration within their host communities. We have a farm in Badagry called the Avia Farm. The ministry also invests in women in agriculture. At a farm in Avia, Badagry, women and men are allocated temporary demonstration plots and trained in cassava cultivation, gari processing, tapioca, fufu production, and vegetable farming, palm oil production, and fish farming. Within 1 year, we have trained about 1,485 women, and they are contributing now to food security, creating jobs, and strengthening resilience within our states. This enables wider outreach and stronger partnership in delivering empowerment programs.
The administration of Mr. Governor, Mr. Oyedepo, and the Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Amsa, promised to complete all inherited projects and to also embark upon new projects that will be the bedrock of the Themes Plus agenda and the implementation of the mapped-out initiatives contained in the Lagos State Development Plan 2052. And the administration has since matched words with action through this office. I wish to say with all sense of modesty that in Lagos State, we emphasize the two-pronged approach by ensuring routine maintenance of assets and also the continual rehabilitation of upgrade of iconic infrastructure. So construction of strategic ongoing offices and public building, the flagship. The Office of Works has made significant strides in enhancing state infrastructure portfolio and restoring infrastructure assets. So here are some of the key impacts of our effective and efficient service delivery. With a vision to be Africa's model smart city and in demonstrating the commitment to complete all ongoing projects, this administration embarked upon the completion works on the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Administrative Complex and the Revenue House to strengthen the efficiency and effectiveness of the public service to ensure the provision of a sustainable office infrastructure for the state workforce. So I'll talk on the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Administrative Complex, Alausa. This is a multi-story building consisting of 4 blocks. It has one 8-floor block and 2 5-floor blocks, each delivering about 7,162 square meters of office space on 2.01 hectares. The renovation of Revenue House Alausa Ikeja. The Revenue House was acquired out of a triple desire to accommodate all the state parastatals, departments, and agencies that have to do with revenue generation in the state under one roof within the secretarial vicinity to promote synergy and make payments seamless for the people. So the multi-agency building, which of course has been named as Bola Ahmed Tinubu Administrative Complex, consists of, as I've said before, three blocks, A, B, C, and D. The revenue building consists of 3 wings, A, B, and C, of 7 floors each, and the 4th wing is a rotunda of 8 floors, enclosing the central courtyard. Beautiful masterpiece. So the building comprises of offices occupying 12,163 meters squared, total floor area, conveniences and other ancillary facilities, including 4 lifts and gate houses, a generator house, a driver's lodge, a covered carport, dedicated open park lots. The project generated about 422 jobs. And of course, there's the reconstruction of Ile Kwako, the wooden block by the gate. That, of course, will create office spaces for Lagos State government staff and provide a conducive working environment. The project, which is being executed by the Office of Work, comprises 53 number open plan offices on 5 floors, 4 suspended floors. So in the area of enforcement of law and order, in line with the policy of the state government to provide adequate and timely delivery of justice to the citizenry and to deepen the operational efficiency of security apparatus and agencies that enforce law and order, the state has been providing infrastructure support for the Nigeria Police Force by constructing the Police Model Area Command, the renovation works at Lagos State Code of Conduct Bureau and Magistrate Courts, as well as the construction of citizen mediation centers. The Office of Works has supervised the recently commissioned warehouse for the Lagos State Judiciary Sheriff Department at Majidun, Ikorodu. The purpose of this project is to enable the Sheriff Department to keep confiscated materials, properties, items, or other valuable exhibits or asset found at a debtor's place of business or home pending when the case is adjudicated by the courts. Also, to further strengthen the justice administration system, Office of Works is currently supervising the renovation of Magistrate Court at Ebute Metta, JIC Taylor Magistrate Court, Igboshiri, Lagos Island, Igondo, Ogba, and Ikeja, Magistrate Courts, as well as the construction of judges and magistrate courts, Epe, construction of police model area command at Elemoro, and so on and so forth. And to ensure an efficient and cost-effective mode of adjudicating disputes that directly and significantly affect the economic and commercial activities of Lagos State, Mr. Governor commissioned the Commercial Court at Tapa, Lagos Island, on the 16th of April 2025. The court complex, to be used solely by the Commercial Division of the High Court of Lagos State, consists of 12 courtrooms and 5 suspended floors. In the area of general hospitals and health centers, the infrastructure roadmap for the health sector is being championed by the Office of Works, with the primary goal of revamping health facilities across the state's primary, secondary, and tertiary healthcare system. The prototype of the new, remodeled, and upgraded healthcare infrastructure in the state was planned to conform to key elements of global standards. The construction of a 20-bed general hospital in Onitsha has generated about 600 jobs. The construction of a 1,500-bed psychiatric hospital and rehabilitation center in K2A Jiri is also progressing steadily. The Sanwo-Olu administration has no doubt demonstrated that the restoration of public health facility remains vital. Mercy Street Children's Hospital, established in 1914 as the first general outpatient clinic and referral center in the state, and converted to a pediatric hospital in 1961, can no longer cope with the steady and increasing number of patients who daily throng the hospital to access medical services. We are rebuilding and repositioning Children's Hospital into a 7-story, 150-bed, modern and fit-for-purpose pediatric general hospital, offering secondary integrated care services for both inpatient and outpatients. The project, when completed, will allow the state to provide excellent medical care to children. As part of the Administration Greater Lagos agenda, there has been invested immensely in the upgrade of public facilities, so many of them in Etiosa, Igondo, Badagry, Epe, and also some health centers, Harvey Road in Yaba, of course, a mini laboratory, Lagos State DNA and forensic centers, and many others. And also the construction of first-story faculty of basic medical and clinical services office block at Lagos State University College of Education, LASUCOM, was completed. To enhance staff welfare, the construction of doctors and staff quarters in Lasut Bagada General Hospital are presently ongoing. So in the area of safety and emergency buildings, Office of Works was also keyed into the vision of the administration to continuously and relentlessly promote safety and emergency management culture by ensuring that the various departments and agencies are housed. Aside from facilitating quick response to emergencies and accidents, thereby saving loss of lives and properties, the completion of fire stations and the Lasema response unit has continued to strengthen and impact positively on the lives of the citizenry and deepen the efforts to promote a safety culture in the state. The completion of the response unit in Epe and the construction of Koshofe and Ijede fire stations are testimonials to the commitment of this administration to safety and emergency management. In the area of education, the future of Lagos must be knowledge-based. The state government demonstrated its readiness to sustain continued investment in education infrastructure to produce knowledgeable and skilled young people for the future. We have completed the Student Union Arcade Ojo campus, the construction of the Central Library in Lasu, the renovation of the Nigerian Law School hostel, Lagos campus, and remodeling of the University of Lagos Main Gate. Presently, the Office of Works is also supervising the ongoing construction of the Central Library in the Faculty of Management Sciences complex in Lasu, the construction of Lasu Business School, and some projects in Lasu Tech, Ikorodu campus. The renovation of the Nigerian Law School hostel, Lagos campus, construction and furnishing of office complex, lecture theater with 750 seating capacity, tutorial rooms, and laboratory for Lagos State University of Education, Laswed, Ijaniki, among others, which are at various stages of completion. In the area of tourism, the redevelopment of J. Randu Center for Yoruba Culture and History, Onikon, Lagos, The center was initially intended to celebrate arts and culture, arts and theater, with the Memorial Hall extensively used to stage plays and cultural shows in the past. The J. Rando swimming pool and love garden were developed in 1928 to provide recreational services to the Lagos populace. In the recent past, the hall became redundant and served uses other than the purpose for which it was built. So the redevelopment of J. Rando Center for Yoruba Culture and History, Onikon, Lagos, is a development of the ultra-modern cultural center to enhance learning and tourism with recreational activities. So I'll touch on some of the government building and office infrastructures. So the reconstruction of 2 new buildings, service quarter, Block A and B, and provision of and installation of inverter system at the State House Marina, Lagos State. Construction of new production line building and office complex at Lagos State Number Plate Production Authority. Construction of central staircase for blocks 1 and 2 in the Secretariat at Alausa, Ikeja, Lagos. Proposed renovation of Lagos State Material Testing Laboratory Headquarters Building. Ministry of Works and Infrastructure Central Store at PWD. The renovation of area zonal offices for project officers in the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure. Construction of new Lagos State Data Center about 2.0. So in the area of social infrastructure, we are overseeing construction of elderly care home Ekpe, fire station in Ekotun, construction of modern workshop in the Fire and Rescue Service Headquarters Alausa, fire station Lagos Mainland, renovation of Block 36 and 37 in Nigeria Army 9th Brigade Command Staff Quarters, Ikeja Military Cantonment. In the area of urban regeneration projects, it would also be instructive to mention that over the years, the sectoral challenge that bedevils housing delivery programs is rooted most critically in finance associated with high cost of building and infrastructure materials. As part of our efforts to maintain a sustainable, organized, livable, and friendly Lagos that will translate into an improved standard of living for our people, the administration invested in the completion of works for the following urban regeneration projects. Number 1, Queen's Drive, Ikoyi. 2, renovation of Igaidugoron, official residence and palace of Oba of Lagos. Renovation of buildings in the premises of Lagos House Marina. Construction of 11-floor luxury apartment buildings in Nisale, Gogon. Construction of prototype Oba's Palace, Badagry. In the area of sports, as part of the administration strategy to encourage the youth to engage in social activities in the communities, particularly to get more youth interested in sports and make life more meaningful for our people through professional sporting careers. The administration has consistently supported sports development. The administration, as part of Greater Lagos Vision, is desirous of overhauling and upgrading sport facilities in the state and putting them back into operation.
Through deliberate investments in roads, bridges, pedestrian infrastructure, and integrated transportation systems, the Office of Infrastructure has sustained the delivery of projects aimed at strengthening mobility, reducing travel time, improving safety, and supporting economic growth across the divisions of the state. From year 2019 to date, the Lagos State government has completed 362 roads covering approximately 347 kilometers across the state, while several strategic bridge and transport solution projects have also been delivered and commissioned. In addition, the state currently has numerous ongoing road and bridge projects at various stages of completion, reflecting a sustained commitment to infrastructure renewal and strategic urban development despite prevailing economic realities and rising construction costs. Highways, inner roads, vehicular bridges, and pedestrian bridges continue to receive deliberate statewide attention as part of broader efforts aimed at improving transportation efficiency and urban resilience. Kindly recall that at the last engagement, the Office of Infrastructure reported the completion of 61 roads covering a total length of approximately 56 kilometers. Since then, the office has sustained momentum in infrastructure delivery with the completion of an additional 130 roads spanning approximately 113 kilometers. In the same period, its agencies have continued to record visible and measurable progress across several strategic and transformative projects within the state. Notably, amongst the additional roads delivered are major strategic infrastructure projects such as the Okpebi-Mende Link Bridge and Approach Roads, which marked a significant milestone in improving connectivity across Ikeja, Maryland, Ojota corridor, while easing pressure on adjoining roads. Complementary junction improvement and traffic integration works within the corridor are still ongoing and nearing completion to ensure seamless vehicular operations upon opening to traffic. Other key projects delivered during the period include the Babajide Sanwo-Olu Road, that is Dokpemu Road in Agege, Abaranje Road in Alimosho, as well as the Aradagun Musafejo Ajidoimeki Road, Samuel Ekudayo and Toga roads in Badagry axis. All these roads have contributed significantly to improving mobility, accessibility, and socio-economic activities across various parts of the state. The state government has also recorded substantial progress on several transformational infrastructure projects that have been completed and are ready for commissioning across different parts of the state. This includes the rehabilitation and upgrading of the Etiosa-Lekki-Ekpewe Expressway corridor, particularly from Eleko Junction through Awoyaya, Green Springs, Majek, Ogidon, and all the way to Abraham Adesanya. In anticipation of the Green Line Rail Corridor, infrastructure development to accommodate the same has progressed substantially from Abraham Adesanya intersection to Ajah Flyover intersection, which are expected to significantly improve traffic flow and regional connectivity along the Lekki axis. To complement the reconstruction works on the axis, the state has rehabilitated the asphalt pavement from the Ajah Flyover to Admiralty intersection on both bounds, thus serving as an alternative to the transformational Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road. Also completed and ready for commissioning, Agberigbe Road, that is from Iwuelepe to Bodu Junction, and Adamo, Akonu, Agunfoye, Lubusi Road in Ikorodu, Akakemberi Road in Ojo, Ijegun Ijagemo, and Akeson Igodo roads in Alimosho. We have the Makwen, Ikoya, Oloto, and Bose Enomo in Etiosa. These roads have further enhanced accessibility and improved road conditions within key residential and commercial corridors across the metropolis. As part of its long-term infrastructure strategy, the state government is executing several strategic projects currently at advanced stages of completion and scheduled for commissioning in due course. These include Igbogbo Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Igbe, Agric Ishao, Konu, Arepo roads, with junction improvement at Ogulonto and Aruno junctions in Ikorodu. Also, the Lagos-Badagry carriageway, Mile 2 to Okokomaiko, is practically completed and will further complement the Blue Line extension, thus enhancing the intermodal transportation system. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is important to emphasize that we are constructing resilient infrastructure that strengthens economic lifelines, improves mobility, and enhances the everyday lives of over 20 million Lagosians. These projects represent deliberate investments in the future of Lagos infrastructure that is designed to support economic competitiveness, improve transportation efficiency, and position the state as a resilient megacity. The Office of Infrastructure is advancing several strategic road and bridge projects across the western, central, and eastern districts of the state, in line with the Themes Plus agenda of the present administration. These projects are designed to strengthen mobility, reduce travel time, stimulate economic activities, and support sustainable urban growth across the state. In the Western District, ongoing with good progress are the dualization of Ojo Road, Suru Alaba to Boundary Junction, the reconstruction of Old Ojo in Amuwo Dofe. This road will complement the Phase 1 commission and serves as a bypass to the Lagos-Badagry Expressway from Irede to Mazamaza. Reconstruction of 2nd and 7th Avenue in Festac Town, Amuwo Dofin, is ongoing. These are major arterial corridors within Festac that connects Apapa Oshodi Expressway to Lagos Badagry Expressway. We have the construction of 4 Square Avenue, Ogunrobi, ongoing in Alimosho. We have the construction of Ile-Eja Olaiya Ajibola Azan Alhaji Mustafa Oluwadeyanju with bridge, Rabiot Ogedege road network in Alimosho. This network will complete the loop in that axis. It will connect the recently commissioned Abaronje Road to the Lasu Iba Road through the Akeson Obadore Road, earlier completed by the office. We have ongoing the construction of Oshilemo, Adaloko, Sakaroton, Olufemi Adenigba, Alhaji Okin network of roads in Ojo local government. Construction of Okuafo Ilogbo Eremi Pota Road with bridge is ongoing in Badagry. This is a bypass to Lagos Badagry Expressway and a major arterial road connecting several communities, including Yesi, Gomayi, Agumo, Sheje, Ipara, Puta, Mowo, and other neighboring towns in Ogun State. Construction of Shola Martins in Ifakoija is ongoing, all on the Western District. At the Central District, we have the reconstruction of Idumagbo Avenue, Ojogiwa, Oroyin, Okoya, Mosholashi, Gaidugoron, and completion of Adeniji Adele ongoing. The upgrading of these roads will resolve the flooding challenges affecting the business community, provide the required vehicular connectivity, and complement the commissioned Adeniji Adele, Tapa, and Okekpopo streets. Ongoing as well is the rehabilitation and upgrading of Adeyemi Lawson, Oroke, and Ikpeo streets. In the axis as well, we have ongoing the construction of Redemption Way, Cemetery, Kano, Coates network in Lagos mainland. This is in line with the urban regeneration program of the state, and the network will complement the recently completed Freeman and Sanzero roads, as well as other ongoing sister agency projects by LASURA and the Office of Drainage Services.
That wraps up Lagos Update on this broadcast on TV Nigeria. Thanks for watching.